Welcome.
Welcome to another episode of Bourbon Booze. It's Thursday, and it's a exciting day, so hopefully you will have lots of comments about this episode because it's going to be interesting, right?
I wanted to say something, but we're recording.
Oh, okay. If you like what we do, make sure you hit the like and subscribe, and check all of our other videos out Monday through Friday. They are interesting and weird and sometimes crazy, especially Fridays. But yeah, so we're going to be talking about a bourbon that is highly, I think, controversial in many ways. And so make sure you watch the whole video so you can leave some comments and have a discussion with us. But we're going to look at Buffalo Trace's Eagle Rare. This is the Eagle Rare Straight Bourbon, the 10-year. It is a fairly decent proof at 45%, 90 proof. But it is also, I think, controversial because it's from Buffalo Trace. And if you know anything about whiskey, which most of you do if you're watching this show, is that Buffalo Trace is one of those distilleries that have really started to, become a collector's item from the Wellers and Buffalo Trace in line, but the Eagle Rares and the Pappies and all that stuff, which is put out by Buffalo Trace. And this particular one, the Eagle Rare, has been very sought off, and it's what we call a unicorn for a lot of people. I don't really consider it a unicorn. The MSRP, or the cost, should be around $30, and I believe that I picked these up in Louisiana for $30. I have a full bottle down on the floor. We got these at regular cost, but these Eagle Rares are really hard, especially in allocated states. They're really hard to find, and the prices are extremely elevated on the secondhand market, up to over $100 to $150 in many cases, in many places. And so we've had a discussion in previous episodes of whether the cost is worth it. Is it worth getting at an elevated price? So whether you're looking at Blanton's or the Wellers or the Pappy Van Winkles or the Rip Van Winkles, or what else do we have back here that might be that way? I mean, we got quite a few things, but mostly Buffalo Trace's line are extremely overpriced in many cases. So those are the discussions we're going to have. And have you had Eagle Rare?
No. And so, a question I have, is it to no fault of their own that it's very rare? It's just all of a sudden everybody wanted it. They didn't really do anything except for make the... I mean, there might have been some marketing or something, but...
I think it is their fault in many cases that they don't crack down on it and stop it from happening by allowing more product out there. It seems like they kind of feed the frenzy by limiting the amount of product out there. They had a huge, kind of a high-profile theft about probably 3 or 4 years ago, maybe even longer, where a bunch of Buffalo Trace came missing, especially the Pappy Van Winkles. It's known as Pappygate, and that really got Buffalo Trace on the public's mind and very much sought after. And so now it's just, I think the secondhand market drives it, and people just, I mean, I've seen pictures and videos online of people buying, like going into a store and seeing it on the shelf and buying all of them, or people showing their collections and all they have is a bunch of Eagle Rares or Buffalo Traces because they're hoarding. And I think they feel it's an investment where they want to turn around in a few years and sell, and they're going to lose.
Yeah,
because already the market's dropping on
yeah.
them. I don't think that whiskey is actually a really good investment unless you are getting a one-off, you know, like you're getting something that's not going to be produced anymore.
So it's like they didn't cause it, but they're not doing anything to stop it because they're making money. So why would you want to like?
Right, they're making money. I don't think they're making as much money as the secondhand market is, but they're making money because they're so desired.
So they didn't cause it. They're just not doing anything to like tamp it down or anything.
So I was kind of excited to get these at $30. Actually, I think they were like $29.99 or something, like right at 30 when we picked them up. And the place we got them was limited number you could get. I think we found them in 2 different locations, and we weren't even looking for them. But one place was you could only get one, and I did get one, and I gave it to Alec for a present. The other 2 we were able to pick up. And there was more there that I could have got, but I'm not really into the hoarding.
That's my thing. It's like...
No, I'm not into the hoarding. I'm into the variety collection stuff. He's laughing because I have, so... Hoarding is where I have, cases of the same bottle.
Because I'm always like... There's
not opened.
Something at a good price, super good price that you've never seen before, and there's like 4 on the shelf. Mm-hmm. I'm going to take 2 because I want somebody else to be able to... I'm never the person who's like, oh, I'm taking all of these.
Right. I think the only time that I really kind of bought something at a secondhand price that I kind of regret in a way, and my wife's sitting here, so she's probably going to get mad at me, but we did buy a Blanton's at $30 above. I mean, Blanton's is normally $69, and I got it at $99. But everybody else was selling it at like $150 or something. So I kind of feel bad that I bought it at that high of a markup. I don't think I would ever buy Eagle Rare at that high. And there's stuff out there that's that high that I wouldn't buy. That's their normal price. I mean, there's some things out there that I just don't think are worth it because I've had them in bars and I'm like, this isn't worth the asking price. I don't know. But let's go ahead and look at this Eagle Rare. Like I say, this is the 10-year. And I think that we're going to go ahead and stick with the 30 cost, so that's going to put it at a 2-barrel. So lately, we've been doing a lot of 1-barrel cost. A lot.
Yeah.
That aren't unicorns. So this is pretty good for our rating here. So we're going to go ahead and look at it. You can look on the side for how we evaluated it, and then we'll discuss it. As you can tell, I've had quite a bit of this. I have friends that come over that are like, oh, you have Eagle Rare? I'm like, sure, have some. Okay, so we're back, and I don't know, we're not too far off. There is a little bit of difference here. For price, it is a 2-barrel because of the $30 cost, but for aroma, I gave it a 3, you gave it a 3.5.
And I was struggling with that because it's definitely a solid 3, but there's some notes in there that I'm just, gives it something else, and I'm not picking them up, and I'm trying to figure it out, so I just kind of like...
So, to me, this is just a very quintessential bourbon. It's got that dark cherry and molasses and a little bit of woody oak to it. Mm-hmm. A little bit of mint, more of a spearmint rather than a mint.
A little bit of licorice.
Okay, a little bit of licorice. But it seems just like a normal bourbon, and granted it is a 10-year bourbon, so it's a little bit darker and a little bit more char flavoring, woody flavor to me. But I don't know. I could put this on par with like the Old Forester 1920, or I don't know, even the Weller Special Reserve, which is actually a wheated but very similar. The Bullet 10-year is very similar. Even the 10 Cup 10-year, it's kind of got that same kind of bourbon-esque feel to it. Now I'm going to get a lot of hatred on this video, and that's why I want you to watch it to the end and see what we come up with. But
and now it's like after I tasted it and everything, it does got a little bit of a rye.
A spiciness.
Yeah.
I did that for flavor. In flavor, I do think there's a lot of dark cherry. I gave it a 3. You gave it 3.5. Dark cherry, vanilla, and some of that rye spiciness to it. I'm also thinking there's a little bit of caramel.
Yeah, I get that caramel and I think the flavor is a lot better than the aroma.
Oh, I think so too, but not enough for me to give it an extra. I mean, that's why it's a 3 for me. Water, I saw you put some drops. I decided
I just put mine in. I haven't tried it yet.
Yeah, it kind of opens up more of the alcohol on the nose. Mm-hmm. So I don't know that I would put water drops or even ice in it.
It gives it a lot more of the sweet caramely.
Yes, definitely.
When you put the water
a couple
in.
drops makes it a little bit sweeter. For a bite, you're giving it 3.5 again. I give it a 3. I think there's a spiciness up front when you first draw, and then a little lingering afterwards, but typical bourbon.
Yeah, I was thinking, I could take all mine down to just 3, but...
Well, my total points is 11, which is about a 2.75. Yours is 12.5, which is basically a 3.25. So this is a 3. Is this a good bourbon? Yes. This is a really good bourbon. Is it a unicorn bourbon? No, not to me.
$30, maybe $40 bourbon? Is it a $150 bourbon?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
If I was shopping and I saw this in, say, a Duke bourbon from California or from Kentucky, I would pick the Duke over this. I would pick probably the Bullet 10-year over this, just because I like them more. Or the Stranahan's, we just recently did the Blue Peak, I loved. Which, of course, has got a finish to it, but still. I don't know. I like the Eagle Rare. I think it's a really cool bottle, and it would be nice to have the whole collection of, Willets and Wellers and the, Eagle Rares and, of course, the Pappies. Cody asked me what I wanted for my birthday, and I was like, Pappy 23 would be fine.
And it's like $9,000 a bottle.
I don't know. But tell us what you think in the comments below. Of course, I'm just expecting some people to agree with me, but I'm expecting a lot of people to disagree with me. Because if you're in the whiskey world, this is a unicorn for a lot of people. It just wasn't for me. I think it's...
Well, if you bought all of them and that's all you have in you're going to say...
Right. Yeah, because I do see a lot of people that they have shelves almost like me, just full of Buffalo Trace or Buffalo Trace fanatics.
I like the variety.
I do too. I don't know. Tell us what you think. And then check out all of our other videos Monday through Friday. Tomorrow we're doing a cocktail, Cody and I, and it's going to be fun and entertaining, so make sure you check that out.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Check out Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, merchandise.
Merch. I don't got no merch.
Yeah. Remember, there's no bad whiskey. There's only good whiskey. Oh, this is going to be a 3, by the way. 3. I'm 3. Make sure you like and subscribe and all that stuff. But remember, there's no bad whiskey. There's only good whiskey and great whiskey. And this is a good bourbon.
It's good.
Yep. Cheers. Oh, sorry.
Later.